complacent. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pull it up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no time on this every day. You know what we see, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I'm prepared to wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me no, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, so we're quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Double up flavor in my pot. I don't want fussing with dog nonsense. You got momentum, you try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I can let my left and right nonsense. That's when I'm honest. Can't help it when you tap this heights. Now that just call up God confidence. Remember the days I was down low when the league was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, I'm living like a Dow Jones when you look at my body. Look at the flex, look at the test. Look at my mess, it's not a finesse. I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no time on this heavy plate. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I'm prepared to wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, so we're quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Philip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, the Rams had their opportunity to break in this new stadium last Sunday night against the Cowboys. Now it's the Chargers' turn as you get a look at the brand-new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. First down inside of midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Rivers escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And took the ball off course. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Rivers hands off to Eckler. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And now on third down. They'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw we'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Long in punt formation.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Yeah, a little too much mustard on that one. Hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 78 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle.
And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to all loose.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's going to get it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. His way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Austin Eckler, the ball.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming out and making a big-time play?
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
In a fourth down.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on fourth down. Rivers now from the 50. And this one out for Evans. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows allows him to go up and complete that play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be up to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
To kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 6 catches, 68 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has a good hand.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and the second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to the offense.
35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll hand off here to Eckler. Get this one across the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him. He makes it all the way to the 6.
We spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Kickoff for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this this one as it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Not only Joey Bosa, real load off of the edge, but his technical expertise really knocks offensive tackles off balance. 11.5 sacks last season. His goal each and every year, not just to lead his team, not just to lead the league, but to beat out his own brother Nick Bosa, who had 9 sacks with the San Francisco 49ers in 2019.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Complete to Tyreek
Mahomes
Hill.
finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did?
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping a hammer off the edge. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. They get only 4 on time as that leads us to a 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Good. Makes the score Chargers 14. Chiefs.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because extra is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. And I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get the 2.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, Rivers. Where's his drive? The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
10 yards.
Chris Jones is truly a force, and it doesn't matter what uniform he's going to have on. If he's on that side of the ball, you better double and triple team him. In 2018, the first player in the history to have a sack in 11 straight games. And while he didn't play all 16 in 2019, still had 9 sacks on the season and was an absolute beast during the playoffs.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Williams, the ball carrier.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step. That's a big pickup right there on first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Kelsey. First and
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelsey fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelsey.
He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but it's going to be difficult for him.
And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City.
complete.
Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch, and the screen. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. Their own
the Charger drive about to get going, and the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go. It's caught inside the 25. And he's finally taken down. And it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. This is complete. It's out. Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Chargers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And his kick is good. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They begin the drive with Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 39-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now second.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete the tight end, Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40.
A gain of 13.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Casey Hayward. Huge return as he'll take this one. Down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, the 22. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
17. Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spot.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Following the penalty, it's Williams. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Williams, the Chiefs ball carrier.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And the Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's King. Called out for 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense. Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And it's complete to his running back, Rivers. And he takes this one down almost right at the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one down to his running back. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. It's complete. Henry. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now this is the 3rd-year man from Northwestern, Justin Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there on a 1st down again.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your own fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17. Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. They'll bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard line.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Seals Jones.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stick to the ground game. 1st down. It's Williams. Just Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ball Joseph on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 33-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. The pressure, and he go down. Saints back at the 31. Jerry Tillery breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down, 8.
Incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
The kick is good. Makes the score.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
For 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And this isn't what they want to see. Rivers, their captain, still down. More from L.A. in a moment. Now it's the backup Herbert. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class is truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the first round, it's on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes it down the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one. Good for 15 in the first. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando, standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. This throw is going to be incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And it's caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. The second time, I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Mahomes 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his quick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. He dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He's going to find Hill here. It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 82 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous. Because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone. He makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Drew Lock, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they trail in that one as that game's gone to halftime. Adrian Peterson has a touchdown there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers who's up to his old tricks. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints. Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. It's Damian Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the draw, here's Williams. Loses the football. Picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the... So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now we will pause for the injury. That's the wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Hill a little slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins.
Mahomes pass complete to Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
The Chargers
They dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. Just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him in this league, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own
I tell you, Brandon, It seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Granted, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
He works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically want to go inside. And that's where he came out after the football and to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Throwing again. Rivers flushed out right. He tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rivers again. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. First down, Chiefs.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. On play action, it's Mahomes. Complete to Hill. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught inside by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
6 yards.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught inside by Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. More from L.A. in a moment. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. He's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. You caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced that. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Desmond King now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
At the 21-yard line.
Rivers lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A real head scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now there's some in position going the other way. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Travis Kelsey. And he takes us into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to
Travis Kelsey.
Touchdown.
28 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All-Pro tight end Travis Kelsey had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look at him.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact that the tough he was locked in, rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rivers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks and the speed.
And it's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Rivers. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's good. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play fake. Rivers. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Taylor Thompson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Kansas City.
The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Here's Desmond King on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That could be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Thompson picks it, and a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
The tackle made.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front, and to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Again, it's Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 16 yards, a 1st down.
The tackle by
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to take those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Williams. Loses the Chargers. These guys are going at the football at the 37-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there.
Trying to force it to and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And this one out for Evans. His third interception. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of...
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan. These players are on the last year of their contract. Cap room is how the closer you're. This is the abilities test. This player has a zone ability. This is a